great experience. Yeah, so every now and again we'll grab somebody that is related to the somebody that we're interviewing, and we're doing it again because we had Nwabueze, and I was just looking at his wife Ajoma showed up, EJ, and I was like, look at her stuff, look at her credentials, look where she's been. We should bother this person. And Carrie said, why don't we have her on the show? And so we're doing that today. We're going to talk strategy, how to make change happen. I don't know what else.
Hi, everyone. Tim Kitzrow from NBA Jam and NFL Blitz, welcoming you to The Backpack Show. Your hosts, Chris Brogan, Kerry Gargone, Boom Shakalaka.
Backpack Show.
Let's do
Every
this
now and again.
DC, hello from Scotland.
Hey, Chloe. There's
Hello.
my
Look who's here.
Nwabueze is in the audience supporting
First gentleman.
Our guest from last week. Real talk, mister. Look, EJ is smiling so much, we just got to drag her out here. So, hey, welcome to the show. We're so glad to have you on.
Thank you for having me. I was cracking up backstage.
I know, because we're weirdos, right?
We do our cracking up here.
All right. So I already said this in the warm-up, but I just want to say it again. Like, I literally, when you popped in last time, you were talking on LinkedIn. I clicked your LinkedIn banner and I was kind of like, hey, let's see what she's done. Oh my gosh. And you've worked at some pretty big places. You've done some cool projects. You've Discovery Education, Royal Bank of Scotland. Oh, gee, how did you meet that banker man of yours? Head of strategy over at Capital One. You've done some cool stuff and you're running your own business now starting in the spring. What the heck? Like, you can't have planned this. You're like the boss of planning, EJ. How did you kind of navigate your way through this particular setup you've done? Like,
And
how
through
did you plan
three very different major global markets, NYC,
Right.
Lagos, and London. Like, what?
Like you do.
Yeah, fair enough.
Tell us how you got all there.
How'd you get here?
I didn't mastermind those transitions. I wish I could take credit for that. I think one thing that's always been helpful for me is just really kind of following my interests, right? And exploring that in like fully. I love to learn. I love to problem solve. So I kind of dive deep into things. And so that's really what has been the overarching trend. I mean, I moved to Lagos 3 degrees above the equator because I wanted to explore that side of my culture and identity. And then I lived and worked out there for several years. And then I moved out to London because my new husband lived out there. And I thought, why not? It's one of the best cities in the world. And then when we decided to start our family, we moved out to the Washington, D.C. area, which is where I'm based now. So I've really just been kind of going with the flow and seeing where things take me. And I think I'll say 3 things that really helped me to navigate those transitions. It's one, you got to visualize like where you want to get to, why you want to go there, who you want to be, how you want to feel. The second thing I would say that's been really helpful is honestly just having a bit of faith. You know, I call it effortless manifestation, like that belief that good things can happen and leaving a little room for magic and seeing what happens. And I find if I'm behaving and speaking from a place of sincerity, the universe pays it back tenfold. And then the last thing for me has really been not letting a fear of failure stop me from trying something new.
So my problem is I don't behave, I guess.